Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336 670 3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner
All right, all right, all right. What's up, race fans? It's Robert Warnes in the Boostford Speed Zone TV tonight. Season number 6 is coming to an end. We're going to be crowning a champion tonight at Kansas Speedway, this 1.5 mile oval, 68 degrees. Temperature partly cloudy, 5-mile-an-hour winds, 59% humidity. We're going to be transitioning into the night, so it's going to be an exciting 100 laps. We're expecting to have a lot of action. We're going to have to pop over and see what our grid looks like for tonight. We just finished up qualifying. Brian Hennings taking the pole tonight in that 74 machine, Manning in the 78 on the outside pole, Pylon in third in the 29 truck, Mark Morton in fourth in the 88 machine, Don Francesco in fifth, Hurst in sixth, Copperthorne in seventh, Ramsey in eighth, Williams in the 01 machine in ninth, Warall 79 in 10th, Isbell 6 machine in 11th, Wilkinson in the 20 machine in 12th, McKee in the 13th position, Lussier in the 05 machine in 18th. And looking at the rest of the field here, I have 25 cars tonight. 15th is Richards in the 56 truck, Sprinkle in the 77 truck in 16th, Monday the 57 truck, 17th BB in the 83 machine, 18th is Greg 40 machine, 19th Hunter 27 machine, in 20th Sherminsky 34 machine, and 21st Feidler 66 machine, and 22nd Richardson in the 2 machine, 23rd Reiner 25 machine, 24th, and rounding out the field in that 25th position is the 072 machine of Peacock. So these drivers are going to be sporting a memorial paint tonight. Memorial Day coming up on the last Monday of May. It's going to be a moment for us to honor our men and women that have been a part of the armed forces and serving our country, making it everything that it can be. So we're going to be taking a look over at the field through the night, looking for special paints. Pace truck has just ducked off and the green is out. That's Hennings on the inside, making quick work of getting down into the one and cleaning up the gap. I have to watch these two tonight. 74 and 29. There are our points leaders. They're tied for tonight. Season 6 bragging rights on the line. Hurst gets a little loose on the bottom there. Brecken in the back. Not sure. No yellow out. Just saw some smoke. We jumped away. Back up with our leaders here. 74 machine sporting a memorial paint there. Let's take a look at that. All shiny in his VRX teammates. Sporting the red, white, and blue. Doing a good job. 3 laps in and has been our leader. The yellow flag is out. We're gonna have to see what's going on here. Not really sure. If I'm gonna be able to see what happened here. I'm not seeing any indication. Back here. Gonna be it. and see if there is anything on our Speed Zone TV instant replay. Man, that's not gonna do it, so not exactly sure where contact was. See, that sun is starting to set, and it's going to be tough for these drivers to start to see as they're coming out of the corners. But we're going to go back up to live action here. Not expecting any pit stops at all. Like from the previous contact that we saw but didn't bring out a caution, there was some drivers cycling through the pits, so maybe some minor body damage. Kicking off tonight, we got 100 laps at Kansas Speedway for the championship tonight. Race number 12. We've seen several different winners across the league this season at Roughneck Racing. And very excited that Speed Zone's been a part of that to bring you all the action throughout these races. And we're going to be topping it off with the finale tonight. So in 11 races, it's looking like we've had 7 winners. Hennings, Pylan, Adamson, Wagner, Morton, Bacon 2, Darnell, and Dylan Jones. Not seeing Adamson in the field tonight. 25 cars. He's currently 3rd in points. So that's unfortunately going to knock him out. He started off with a strong season. But just the second half of the season wasn't very favored for him. And, you know, wasn't able to string together the luck to put him in contention there. So I'm not sure if they yanked funding from him or what exactly happened. But we're going to have to see. Lights are off on the pace truck. I believe we're rounding turns 3 and 4 now. Roughneck Racing Season 6 Championship on the line for the Wagner's Welding Truck Series. I mean, if something catastrophic happens here, and our Pylan and Hennings do drop out of position, it's perhaps the 4th or 5th place car that can take a stab at the championship. But I mean, that's a lot of crazy luck that would occur. Getting ready to go green here. Starters waiting for that field to come. Green is out. Hennings once again gets an awesome start. Able to clear low immediately. Don Francesco putting Pylan on the high side with Morton in behind. These drivers are singled out now down the backstretch. A lot of good racing right here. And there is enough straightaway for these drivers to start to mount a draft. And as they do that, you can see that they shuffle around. Don Francisco did a great run last week at Wilkesboro and wasn't able to capitalize on the win. Trying to make work of Hennings going into turn 1. You do have to pocket some tire here. Pit window's probably around 35 laps or so for these drivers. That's Hennings on the bottom. Don Francesco on the top and Morton in behind. Hyland sitting in the wake with Hurst rounding out the top 5. Lap number 10 underway. See how that draft is pulling that 88 machine. I'm not really sure if I'm a fan of running the high side this early, but, you know, it tends to be a little bit harder on the tires, but it will stop a run. As you see, Morton is now making a charge down the inside into turn 1. Hurst as well under Hennings there. Morton's able to clear, but you're going to see the pull off the corner here with that 24 machine. Let's see if he just tucks in behind. Let's take a look at P3 here. Oh, Don Francisco's in the wall, a little scuff. I have to watch him as he staggers back to the field there. From P2 to P5, just with a little grace of the concrete barrier. A bit further back, taking a look at Copperthorne and Ramsey. 77 machine of Sprinkle in behind. But contact there, we saw it. Oh, one sliding at caution is out. Ooh, heavy contact. We were able to spot that one live. I didn't want to, oh gosh, and it's still happening. Oh Lord. Emergency crew to the front stretch, please. Emergency crew to the front stretch. Let's take a look, another look at that from the Speed Zone TV instant replay. Back this one up here. They came out of the corner. It looks like they got a little bit too close. Slow it down here. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle to dissect it here. It's a 6 machine of Isbell, 56 of Richardson. It looks like Isbell just comes down, tags the 56 into Williams in the 01 machine, and then it was Murder, She Wrote right after that one. You know, it's unfortunate there. Back out of that. See if we can know that the 01 machine got tagged a few times. Looks like 6 machine and 56 machine are able to maintain themselves moderately clear. That's Hunter on the bottom, sporting his memorial paint with Richardson here. We can right through. And still another hard contact from Isbell after the initial contact on Richards. Tough break for the 01 machine of Levy. It's looking like he is going to have to tow that thing. It's not rolling. That's going to be tough for him to get back. Let's get back to live action. That was our Speed Zone TV instant replay there. Looks like Levy's back underway. Good for him. It's a little early for some of these guys to pit, so, you know, I don't know if you want to go in and top up for fuel or whatnot. We'll have to see after a few laps what drivers elected to pit. "15 laps in. One 1/6-ish of the way through the race. Wait, 1/7? I can't even do math. Let's not pretend, guys. Showing another crash by Isbell. Let's go take a look at this one here. Hopefully I clicked the right one. I don't think I did. Can't, there we go. Take a look here. It's under caution. I'm not sure if it's just a spoof, but looks like the 6 machine just takes it easy there. Not sure what happened there. I hope he's back underway. Lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to be going green coming to lap 17. Roughneck Racing, Wagoner's Welding Truck Series, Season 6 Championship on the line tonight. Who's going to end up with the bragging rights? Who's going to take home the jewels? Race truck is in. Hennings has been getting immaculate starts. Let's see if he's able to do it again here. And he does. Jumps out to a couple car lengths lead immediately. Manning in the 78 machine, he had a good run as well the last few weeks, putting it together. Have to see if he's able to make a charge here. Not thinking anyone's taken tires just yet. It's more so just around the fact of changing the fuel strategy. Let's take a look back further in the field. Taking a look at 25 machine of Briner. Sporting his Memorial Day paint. Just for you race fans out there, if you want to nerd out, this facility opened 23 years ago at a cost of $287 million. It was formerly known as the Kansas International Speedway, but then later changed to just Kansas Speedway. Good battle here. See Briner working the outside, tight to the wall. I don't know if that sun's affecting them. That's the 88 machine of Morton splitting them, going around Ramsey. Be interesting to see who can emerge here. Taking a look at Pylon as he's running under 83 machine of BB. Little loose. Oh, contact on Morton and BB. They get together. I'm not sure if that's going to create some aero damage between those two. Apparently not, as Morton's able to suck right up on Pylon's bumper. A little further up here, on board with P3 Don Francesco. Let's see, just in front of him there is Manning and Hennings. Only 4.5 tenths back, pretty much a burp of the throttle, but I would say that Manning's able to pocket a little bit more tire. Just running in the wake. It does make the nose of the truck a little bit more tight, but if you just roll out of the gas a little bit sooner, you're going to be laughing at the end of a fuel run. Let's take a quick look at who's supporting some Memorial Day paints. Let's go up in the field here. We've already seen it earlier. 74 machine of Hennings, sporting his red, white, and blue colors. Looks like Manning is rocking some military stars there. Morton in the 88 machine, True Timbo camo. Kendall Oil with hers. Island rocking the Tide. BB, just a big American flag on that thing. America. On board with his Greg now. Looking at BB. BB cuts down into the corner. Army Infantry, number 79 of Warall. '57 machine of Monday. Little American Coors getting a little tight off the exit. Who's underneath him there? That's Straminsky. Making quick work, showing that Monday's a little bit tight. 13 machine here of Ramsey. 98 machine of Copperthorne, rocking some red, white, and blue. Richards on the outside in the 56. 31 machine of McKee with fire rescue on it. Just in the draft there, the 05 machine of Lessier. Reiner, we've seen him already in that 25 machine. Richardson also sporting some special colors here. Shout out to the wife, Brittany Richardson, who has served or is serving, I believe served. So thank you for your services, Brittany. Hunter also sporting that memorial paint with Wagner's Welding on the bumper. 66 machine of Feidler in the Moza. Wilkinson rocking the lows. We saw Isbell earlier. He's off pace now. Rocking the 6 machine. Some Coors and some flags. Levy Williams currently off track. And same thing with Sprinkle. Let's see if Peacock is on the track. Nope. Back up with their leaders. Let's see what's going on up here. Hennings opening up a 6/10 lead over Don Francesco, Morton, Manning, Hurst, and Pylon, who is further back. Take a look at our pit stop lap. Yellow is out. Let's see what's going on here. Speed Zone TV instant replay. Let's see what we got for you guys at homes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back that up here. Switch the camera around, see if we can get it in time. I always like to look from the perspective of far chase so you can really get an idea of awareness of a driver, what lane they're running. You see Copperthorne is on the bottom, moving up in line with the others, and 31 kind of comes down and tags him in the right rear quarter, hooks him into the wall. That's going to be heavy damage between Copperthorne and the 31 machine. Forget who that 31 machine is, but tough hook. Is it Monday? Nope. I have to get back to live action there. I don't think we can dissect that too much more, because our live timing does go away. So we'll click live action here. See that everyone's going to start the pit cycle. Let's see if Hennings here is going to be bolting on tires. Right sides are up. It looks like the tires are the call. These drivers get 2 sets of tires, so could be a big difference. Don Francisco beats them out as well as Morton. Crazy battle off pit road. "33 laps in, we're crowning the champion tonight on Speed Zone TV for Wagoner's Welding Truck Series. Looks like we had a couple drivers that did not pit, but we're going to take a second, give a shout out to our sponsor, Wagoner's Welding, and roll this commercial.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like...
Second caution of the night. Drivers just came in and took tires, but we're keeping it peeled and glued for the action tonight. Interesting strategy from Straminsky and Worrell not to pit with everyone behind them on fresh tires. If there's another caution in 5 to 10 laps, this could play big dividends to them in offsetting that tire wear, but it's a little early to, call that out for them. Lights are off on the truck. As it ducks in, these drivers are going to get fired off one more time. Probably not the last time, that's for sure. Morton jacks up. Worrell just a little bit. As they're going to run down into turn 1. These drivers on fresher tires are going to have to be a touch patient. Getting the bump draft down the back into turn 3. Don Francisco underneath 3 wide in 3 and 4. He's going to clear. Morton is stuck, and so is Hennings. Hennings is running for a championship with Pylon in behind. Those are the 2 drivers we're going to have to watch in the 74 and 29 machine. Pylon 3 wide. Not a lot of room. It's like contact, Pylon on Morton. We're all hanging on with all he's got. Hurst on the outside of Hennings. Excellent patience by that 74 machine. Back up with our new leader here. Tons of pace and speed from that 24 truck. Drivers are going to be able to go quite the distance. This could be a one-stop race if it stays green. Pylan's getting a bumper full from Hurst. Or is it Hennings? Hennings has moved in. He's looking to make a quick move on the outside. Pylan, let's see what happens here. Pylan's going to give up the spot. Not fighting too tough. Down the backstretch into turn 3. Track position's important here. Like, that high side could be very dominant, but tends to have a little bit more wear. Hurst moving in on Pylan now. As Hennings is wheeling in third place of Morton. Looking to use it up. Big run by Hennings as he scuffs the wall. You see the sparks come out just as he's exiting two. He's going to make a run on Morton on the inside, but Morton, 2 wins this year. A lot of competition up in the top 6 spots. See if Hennings is able to clear on the exit of 2. He's going to clear. Is Martin going to cross him? Nope, just a little speed boost. Let me touch your butt, Hennings. Almost halfway to the race. Lap 43 coming to 44. Get an understanding of lap times. The best lap is around a 30.6. These drivers are running just over 31.1 second laps, so almost a 0.6 fall off, half a second compared to where they were on fresh tires. You can see as they come around that 39 is 30.8. Now you can see the lap completed is 31.3. Big drop off as far as lap times go. So tire degradation is a factor here. Manning having a charge from Hennings on the outside of 4. Let's see them run as they come down through the dog leg. Eventually the top is going to get the momentum, and Hennings is going to be able to get that run on Manning. See, Hennings tucks back down to the bottom to start to conserve some tire again. Richardson looking to make a move on BB in that 83 machine. They've been battling for the last couple laps. Have to tune into the Monday race for Roughneck Racing, where they're going to be duking it out at a super speedway And celebrating Memorial Day as well for that series, you're going to see a different group of cars with different paints. Hennings is able to make the pass for P2. And Richardson's able to clear Beebe. Richardson has moved into the 14th spot, 6 seconds back from the leaders. Back up here, let's see what's going on with Hennings. Morton's still in the draft. Don Francisco's been edging out just ever so slightly, opening up 6/10 of lead. He's just been a touch faster the last few laps. Take a look at those lap times. Running .5s, Hennings is .6, .7 in behind him, so they're a tenth and a half to 2/10 slower than Don Francisco. Have to see if they're saving or not. Take a look at Hurst here. We're gonna pop in Hurst's cockpit. Look at those wheel inputs. Let's dissect what is going on. Hopefully he's not watching, doesn't change anything up for us. A lot of wheel input there on the start of the corner. You can see that thing does not want to turn. Yeah, same thing there into 3. Listen, you can hear those tires squelching just a little bit. Surprisingly, Hurst, he's just maybe about a tenth slower, but let's take a look at Pilot now, who's just passed Manning, sitting 1.7 seconds back of our leader, Don Francisco. He's running the high side. See Morton get close to the wall there. Times are remaining even. At the lap times, all those drivers are pretty close in time, splitting a tenth with each other. Really got to wonder if somebody's going to be courageous and just bolt on 2 tires and try to get that pit stop advantage. Isbell on fresh tires coming up. Let's take a look at that 74 machine now as he enters the corner. On board with Hennings right now. Islands made it around Morton. Hennings gets a little tight there. Let's take a look at Don Francisco now. Not a lot of wheel input there at the very start of the entry of the corner. Kind of just gets pointed straight, and then as the apex comes, more input closer to that apex section. Alright, enough of that cockpit view. I'm getting dizzy. Highland's made the pass around Morton, and he's got Manning in the draft as well. It doesn't look like they've been gaining much on Hennings. This might come down to pitch strategy for this championship to be decided. Looks like Morton is still in the fight, but Manning dropped off and then was able to regain some of the speed. Morton tags on the wall there. Looks like Hennings is falling back ever so slightly to Pilot. Try to get a little bit different perspective. Not sure what if Hennings was saving there, or if we missed something. Could just be the off cycle of a pitch strategy that we're watching unfold between our two championship contenders. That's Pilot in the 29 machine. Hennings in the 74 machine, who was substantially slower the last lap, 7/10 slower. Hoping there's no mechanical issues with that truck. Looks like he's struggling a little bit. "38 laps to go. Hennings brushing the wall. Not sure we're having handling issues. Let's take a look here. That truck looks like it is having trouble turning on entry. That could be significant wear to the right front. One more watch here as we go into the corner. Not doing too bad there. Wondering when we're going to see pit cycles here. Probably coming up very soon. Hennings has fallen a second back from Pilot almost, with 36 laps to go. A brush from the wall again. Take a look at some of our other battles here. Who do we got close? Hunter and BB. This 27 truck in front there is Hunter with BB in behind. BB hard into the wall with that right front. That's going to allow Briner and Richardson to catch up. It looks like all drivers are starting to struggle with handling. BB's fast, but looking to be a little unstable. Richardson in the wall with Briner. No caution. He's got a broken right front. He's going to keep it rolling. Saw that live here on Speed Zone TV. He's going to have to pull that thing into the pits. Probably a good strategy for him to bolt on tires right now. See if he's able to make it. He's coming in hot. There's the pit cone. Looks like he's woed up and made it. Manning on tight Highlands bumper. First makes a move around Hennings for P5 as they're battling down the backstretch. Hurst able to complete the pass, but Hennings is still looking. And a little wall glue to get it done. Shh, don't tell anybody. 30 laps to go. Don Francesco makes it, almost gets an unsafe entrance here. Johnny Hirsch crashed. Not sure what happened. Let's take a look at our Speed Zone TV instant replay here. Loan it down for the pits. Locks it up. And not really sure if that brought out the yellow, but that's what my sources are telling me. So very interesting strategy deployed. Not sure if there's any other indication why a yellow flag came out. Let's see if I click what this one says here, but this is where the yellow happened according to race control. Ramsey hard in the wall, but I think it was Hurst that brought it out, was slowing down on the track, not having a smooth entrance. Interesting times here. Very interesting. Ramsey coming in the pits there. You see Copperthorne as well. Gonna have to see who our leader is after the cycle. It'll be hard to tell, actually. Have to wait till all the dust settles. Not sure who's gonna get caught a lap down. Looks like a bunch of the field is actually gonna get caught a lap down here. Not really sure why. Guess it was just the way the pit cycled. "26 laps to go. We're crowning a champion tonight for Roughnecks Racing's Season 6 of the Wagoner's Welding Truck Series." Didn't need to see that caution. We need to see how those pit strategies worked out, but that is not the case. Be interesting to see if there's a quick caution here, who our lucky dog might be. That could really change the fate of everything that's going on. One more time around and the lights are going to come off on the pace truck. We're going to take a second to give a shout out to our sponsor, Wagner's Welding, who is making it possible for us to be here on race number 12 at Kansas Speedway. This 1.5 mile oval. 100 laps tonight in the books. We're crowning a winner for Roughneck Racing Season 6. And I think it's just starting to heat up. Like, I'm getting sweaty. I don't know if you guys are sweating at home. But here we are. Quick shout out to our sponsor. Let's roll that vid.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor.
All right, we're back. Pace truck has just ducked in. Last week, Wagner's Welding was super busy with repairing all the trucks that got tore up at Wilkesboro, but tonight it has not been so catastrophic. It seems that the different tracks are breeding different style racing, and rightfully so. Only 7 cars on the lead lap. Right now, our lucky dog is a 29 machine of Pylon. It's gonna need to pocket some tire here. Getting a little dicey further back. Hennings in behind BB and Hunter, looking to make the high side work. Richards in behind Hennings and Isgrig in front of the two. BB contact with Richards. Oh, contact again. Richards harder in the wall. Able to keep it going. Sagenhurst. Yellow is out. Let's rewind that there. Let's hold down the rewind. There's no rush, no rush. We got time. We got. It's Isbell and BB. Isbell looks underneath BB. BB, I think, gets a little panicked or stressed. Tag from Hurst. Richards into the back of Hurst.
Very interesting as far as car control there from Richards. Richards. Looks like he couldn't gather up the car very well. Back under live action here. Gonna put Pylon as the lucky dog. "21 laps to go. Not a lot of time. Hennings is currently trapped a lap down in the championship battle. Pylon is moving back on the lead lap, so Hennings going to need to make quick work to get in that lucky dog position and hope for another caution. Lights are off on the pace track. Tick tock, tick tock. I wonder what it goes through the minds of these drivers as they infinitely pace around. What kind of strategies are being employed? Are we going full send? Are we saving some tire and hoping for another caution? Speed Zone TV tonight, bringing you the action. I'm Robert Warrens for the Wagoner's Welding Truck Series. A lot of these drivers are celebrating Memorial Day by having tribute paints. Memorial Day is really just a way to honor our veterans who served for us, all the men and women bringing freedom and independence to us across the United States. Lights are off on the pace truck again. We're going to try to get this going. I would love to see it green the rest of the way. Let's get this settled out. Morton on the bumper of that 24 machine with Manning in behind. And Copperthorn making a late race charge. Ramsey in behind. Pylon's got to be careful. He's going to be starting at the tail end of these crazy drivers. Hennings is doing his best to battle for this lucky dog spot. He's got to get around Wilkinson and Monday. Battle up here for the front. Let's take a look at this. Two drivers running high, two drivers running low. They're 2 by 2. Group 1 and 2 down the backstretch. Morton looking under Don Francesco. Manning and Copperthorn in behind going into turn 3. Morton touches the white line there, gets a little loose. I don't know if he's going to lose momentum here coming through the trial. Henning's able to take one spot away. Getting ready to move into the Lukey Dope spot. And actually, he's battling that 57 truck right now. He needs to be here for a late race caution. He's going to be able to get it done here because the outside line will have the momentum. Monday touches the apron just slightly and loses his momentum. Taking a look at Pilot now, working on the outside of Lussier. He's got Hurst in behind. Cars, you just got to be patient and let that race come to you and not run so hard. Battle here. Hunter Lussier is Greg. Take a look at our battle up front here. Don Francesco's got a little lead over Morton, Manning, and Copperthorne. Ramsey as well, all sitting about a half second back. 11 laps to go, friends. We're winding it down for Season 6 championship of the Roughneck Racing's James Wagner's World Truck Series. I believe our winner last week was Morton. Was just able to work it at the right time. He's looking to make another charge tonight. Yeah, we were Morton, Manning, and Richardson. Speaking of those drivers last week, they're like, this is my jam. And here we are. Caution is out. Yellow flag is out. Not seeing where the contact was. We're going to take a look at this replay here. Already sideways. Order speed it. So we can take a look for everyone at home. 27 truck gets a little tight on the bottom. Richards gives him lots of room on the exit here. Let's see what happens. 27 just comes up and tags the left rear of the 56. In control. It's going to be your caution. Unfortunate. We didn't need to see that caution, but we did. Lussier nowhere to go into the front end of 27. I think people got tires left, so I could be wrong. Oh, there is tires. There is tires. That's Piling bolting on tires. Ramsey. Gonna be a wild finish now. Gonna need another caution here to get Hennings up into contention, because he's gonna be the lucky dog starting at the back of the field. Tick-tock, tick-tock, the time is running out. Looks like Morton and Copperthorne, Straminski did not pit. It's going to be interesting here because I got to wait for the info to catch up, but these older tires are going to be troublesome for the fresher tire guys to make it through. So we saw that 2 cautions previously where we're all... And I forget who else. I think it was Straminski as well. Just weren't able to maintain speed, and it just created some traffic for those guys on fresher tires. Lights are off on the pace truck when we go green. 6 laps to go. Hennings is going to have his work cut out for him because he's starting at the tail end of the field. On board with Morton right now. He's fired off, getting it done. Great start by him. He's going to check out and get a good run. That's Straminski with Manning and Highland on the bottom. 3 wide. With Don Francesco not waiting, wants to go. That's fresh tires on the bottom. Five laps to go. 24 machine and Manning looking to split that 88 of Morton with Piling creeping up in the middle. 24 is going to get a great run on the outside, but that 78 machine's going to see Jesus as he shoves it into the corner. Takes the white line just ever so slightly. That's going to hurt his momentum. Down the backstretch. 4 laps to go. Piling has a championship and a win in sight. I don't know what I'd prioritize more right now, but I'm thinking the championship and maybe not fighting for position. Manning running tight on the bumper going into 1. Ramsey in behind. Hennings moves into 6th. Battling likely on the outside there. 3 laps to go, 2 at the line. This is the battle for the lead. Top 3 drivers all within 2 tenths. Manning charges in the center. Making room. Slight contact on that 29 machine. Backs out of it. Ramsey charges hard at Manning. A very much momentum style track here. Race is now official. Drivers just got to bring her home. Manning's going to charge under pylon one more time. It's not going to be enough. With our leader now coming to the line, Don Francesco, 24 machine. Checkers for him. Dominating performance last week at North Wilkesboro. Wasn't able to get it done with the string of cautions that happened. Gets it done tonight. Crazy chain of events tonight. We've seen some crazy cautions happen. That's going to be race number 12 in our championship in the books. We're going to take a quick break and then catch some interviews with these drivers.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing.
All right, we're back, race fans. Thank you for taking a moment with us to just appreciate our sponsor, Wagner's Welding, for putting on the series this year, making it possible for Speed Zone TV to be here tonight. Let's just quickly roll through our results here. So tonight, our winner in the 24 machine, Francesco 29, Pylon P2, P3 out to Manning, 4th to Ramsey, 5th to Hennings, 6th to Morton, 7th to Straminsky, 8th to Feidler, 9th to Copperthorne, 10th to Hurst, 11th to Richards, 12th to Monday, 13th to Isbell, 14th to Beebe, 15th to Wilkinson, 16th to Hunter, 17th to Briner, 18th to Isgrig, 19th to Richardson, 20th to Lessier, and then rounding out the field here, 21st to Warall, 22nd to McKee, 3rd to Will, 24th to Sprinkle, 5th to Peacock. So that'll be our finish tonight. Let's see who we've got for interviews. We're going to grab our first interview of the night. Tyler Manning. What's up, Ty? We got Rob in the booth. How you feeling, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm feeling pretty good. It was a fun race tonight.
Feeling pretty frisky, I assume, huh?
Yeah. I was trying, but with Jimmy, in contention for the championship, I only wanted to stick the nose in there so far, and just I was trying, but could never get him up off the bottom there. But it is what it is. It was a good run.
Yeah, you definitely put on a good show there at the end because I saw you looking and whatnot, and we're in contention of the race the whole night. So would you have done anything differently as far as strategy went, to put yourself
Um,
in a different position?
I don't know if I would consider myself lucky, but on the green flag pit stop that had the caution in the middle of it, I ended up running out under the pace laps waiting for pit road to open. So thankfully, got some nice guys around here that bumped me down pit road to keep me kind of in this. So maybe coming down like a lap sooner, when the other guys pitted, that would have probably kept me a little closer. But I don't know, like on that long run, everybody else kind of moved up to the top, and I just kept trying to stick to my guns on the bottom. And then as soon as I moved up to the top, I was like, man, I should have did this a little while ago. So hindsight's 2020, but still a good run. We'll take a P3.
Yeah, P3 is a pretty commendable finish. I mean, there was about 10 different trucks tonight that were all just showing speed at various parts of the run, and I think P3 up on the podium, ninth in the season standings. I'm showing right now. Good year for you overall, and I
Yeah,
think
like I
it's
said,
something to be proud of, right?
yeah, for sure. Like we talked about last week at Wilkesboro, if I didn't miss those couple or the one races earlier, probably would have been a little bit higher there. You never know, but like I said, not too bad. Can't be upset about a top 10 points finish.
Heck yeah. Who do you want to give a shout out to, Ty?
Friends and family that always watch, appreciate y'all. Obviously, happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody that serves and has served, and those that have lost their lives. I'm active duty Navy, so I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody in the league here. Happy birthday to RC. And then, yeah, just appreciate Wagner's Welding and everybody here that puts on Roughnecks, and you for broadcasting us this season. My first season, so I'm glad to be here. Good group of guys here. So hopefully we'll be seeing everybody next year, or next season, sorry.
Heck yeah, brother. Well, congrats on your P3. Thanks for your service, and stay the heck out of trouble until we talk again, okay?
Yeah, I'll try to. See y'all on the racetrack.
Yeah, take care, man.
Bye.
Was our P3 finisher, Tyler Manning, giving some words here. Let's bring in our winner tonight, Mr. Nicholas Don Francesco. Did I say that? You got a copy? It's Rob up in the booth.
Yeah, you're good.
I don't get it right all the time, but when I do, it makes me feel frisky,
Right.
Congrats on the win tonight. Last week at Wilkesboro, I thought you were going to get it done. Tonight, you showed a tremendous amount of speed throughout the run. What was going through your mind, like early parts of the run? Were you saving much? Like, you pulled away there a few times. So what was going on for strategy for you?
Honestly, I didn't really have one. I was just letting the truck do its thing.
Did you
But
have a preference, high or low line? Like, what worked for you the most?
so I started like the first 5 or so many laps on the bottom, and then as my truck would get tight or whatever, I would gradually move up the racetrack, and then eventually up against the wall. But yeah, last week, like you said, I feel like we should have won Wilkesboro. We should have gone back to back tonight, but under the circumstances, tonight is kind of a redemption from that race. So, and a lot of positives from tonight will also go into next season. So, a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely. You've only been out for 2 races this season and been quite dominant. You mentioned about next season. Is it intentions to come back and run season 7 here?
Yeah, we're gonna give it a shot and go run for a championship. So, you better look out because I'm coming.
Yeah, I think if you would have had a full season, you definitely would have been in contention for sure. But who do you want to give a shout out to, Nicholas?
I don't really have any sponsors, so I guess yeah, just myself.
Just yourself for getting her done.
Yeah. And I know I've only been here for a short period of time, but I appreciate all the people that have been broadcasting these races for us. And because without them, nobody would be able to showcase their talent behind the wheel. And yeah, so Appreciate it.
All right. Well, heck yeah. I hope to see you around next season, and it's actually been nice watching you run because there is a lot of competition here, and for you to come out and be really a top 5 contending truck right away is just speaks to your talent level. So, congrats on your win tonight, and I hope to see you around next season.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, take care.
See you around.
That was our winner tonight, Don Francesco, newcomer to Wagner's Welding Truck Series here for Roughneck Racing, getting her done. But we're going to have to bring in our P2 finisher next, and looking like our champion for the season 6 here. Jimmy, it's Rob up in the booth. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, Rob. How you doing?
I'm all right. A little sleepy tonight, but here we are. P2 tonight. I was kind of watching the caution come out. You got caught a lap down. So did Hennings. And, I was wondering how the championship was going to play out. So, what did you do to remain calm being a lap down and having to fight for Lucky Dog?
So I have to give the hugest shout out to my team, honestly. Tim and Johnny and Chris and Adam, because they hounded me all night. Well, I wouldn't say hounded me, but they was in my ear all night. Hey man, just do you. Just run your race. You know what to do. All you gotta do is stay out ahead of Brian. And I made sure I stayed the first truck lap down. Did caution came out. I took 4 tires and just put the burners on afterwards.
Yeah, and you did a great job of it too. After you got the Lucky Dog, I was able to go back and see you navigating the field with some patience and whatnot, because another caution was to come out. You didn't want to be a part of that caution, so you did a good job of just getting it done that way. But I think the bigger moment here that we should talk about is it's looking like you've clinched the Season 6 championship for Roughneck
Yes,
Racing.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
shout out and congratulations to you. How's it feel?
It feels honestly better than the first one I won, because we was at Talladega. But it feels good to get it here on 1.5 miles because it's a different type of racing, different style of racing. With super speedway racing, it's honestly a lot of luck, as well as knowing when to push and when to be aggressive. So my mindset was stay locked in, and if I can just be around Brian and be close to him, I had a chance. And like I said, I was patient. It's probably one of my most patient races I've had in a long time. And I did cut a couple people off, so I want to apologize to them. But yeah, I just was locked in.
Yeah, I was just watching the last couple laps here. You and Manning were ever so tight, and I wondered if you were just going to let a couple cars roll by and have position, but you surely didn't. And hats off to you, Jimmy. You put together a great season. You had 2 wins on the year, and that
Yes, sir.
gives us 8 different winners over 12 races, showing you the strength of what this truck series had for Roughneck Racing, and powered, obviously sponsored by Wagner's Welding. So for you to come out on top after this and be victorious, I don't know, I'd be through the moon right now, just like you were saying, right?
Oh, I am. And also because I can't, I've never had the funds or anyone backing me to go do real life racing. So this is the closest I can get in my life, and I'm okay with that. So while it's not a championship in NASCAR, this still means the fucking world to me.
Yep, as it should, buddy. It's quite the accomplishment. You've had a series of podium finishes this year and those couple wins, and you definitely put in a lot of work. So,
Now, who do you want to give a shout out to for your championship and your P2 tonight?
James Wagner's Welding. Huge shout out to him. He's been a big sponsor since season 1, supporting us and allowing us to do this each and every week when the season's going. I want to give a huge shout out to Speed Zone TV and y'all for broadcasting this season. I've enjoyed watching the races back. I definitely will go back and watch this one and enjoy it, I think, a little bit more. And then my team, most importantly, Tim Richardson, Johnny Hurst, Chris Ramsey, Adam. Like I said, they was in my ear all night to stay focused, do what I do. And I got this, and I kept myself locked in. And honestly, I don't know if you believe in God, but as I've gotten older, I kind of do more and more. And I don't know if you've seen this interview, but Kobe Bryant once said, if you put it in God's hands, sometimes he'll pick you and the cross up too and carry you. And I just did all the practice I could, put it in his hands, and here we are.
Definitely, here we are indeed. And I think it's good to have a little grace and be blessed for the fortunes that we have, whether it's spending time here on the computer and just recognizing family. So we always have to be thankful for something, right?
That's exactly right. And I almost forgot to shout out some friends and close friends. But my brother, sister-in-law, my little nephews, some friends, Evan, Kyle, Ty Trafford. He hasn't been able to race with us, but Ty, Ty, I appreciate your support, man. I can't wait for you to come back, man. Let's see, Ty, Chris, Evan, Kyle, nephews, sister, brother. I think I got everyone. I think. Oh, my best buddy, Dylan. Okay, I think that's it now.
Heck yeah. Well, do you got big plans for season 7?
I'm hoping to be in contention again. Hopefully.
Well, as long as you do your homework, like you were saying, put in some practice, I'm sure you will. Jimmy, congratulations on your P2 tonight and the championship for season number 6 at the Wagoner's Welding Truck Series. I'm going to wish you all the best. I hope to be back with you next season and see you get it done just like you did this time.
I appreciate it, Robert. I will hopefully talk to you again.
Yeah, take care, buddy.
You take care too, man.
That was our season champion, Jimmy Rowdy Pilon. Stitching together a great season this year. Tough break for Brian Hennings in that 74 truck. Just on the unfortunate side of getting caught a lap down and not getting enough time to come back up through the field. Could have been an array of different things that happened during that race. And, that just wasn't the case. So, 29 Machine is our champion P2 tonight. Shout out to first-time winner Nicholas Don Francisco, showing a ton of speed. Definitely will be a contender in next season. But, that's going to be a wrap for race number 12 and the championship for the Wagoner's Welding Truck Series. Speed Zone TV's brought you all the action these 12 races. 8 different winners over 12 races. Absolutely insane, the level of competition that these guys have shown you. The talent, the depth of racing that they've brought on. Maybe not so much for North Wilkesboro. We'll put that one away. That one's a little tough. But anytime we're at these intermediate speedways, we see just a high level of talent of racing. A mix of green flag stops. So, Speed Zone TV, Robert Warrens, that's me. We're going to be signing off. Shout out
to everyone on the league for showing up. You know, consistently we had 20 plus cars. Share with the broadcast, throw a like on them, send them to your friends, your families. Give these guys some recognition. It's really impressive from what we saw all season. Just like I said, the level of driving, the amount of respect that these guys have shown each other, just to put on a show for you guys at home. So, as you saw tonight, Memorial Day coming up. We had some Memorial Day paints. Once again, thank you to our veterans, all the men and women who keep our country safe and have made it safe for so many years. And that's going to be it for our broadcast tonight. You can see that 29 machine just celebrating hard for that championship. Once again, I'm Robert Warrens for Speed Zone TV, signing off from the Wagoner's Welding Truck Series, season number 6 at Roughneck Racing. We'll catch you guys again soon, and take care, everyone.